Oh, and here comes the B rush. chrisJ will have... Oh, he won't have a good time with this. Maybe ropz will.
2 more pistols to go. There can be flashes from the back. Speaking of the devil. Speak of the devil and he shall appear. Or something along those lines, whatever it is. 5-1 for mousesports. Now, finally, we have an AWP for fnatic in round number 7. But there's a trade from the back from ropz. karrigan trying to hold down the long position. Can't get down on the ramp in time for flashbangs for his teammates, but there is a trade there for chrisJ. KRIMZ pushing the smoke. 2 players again left for fnatic with plenty of time on the clock.
Yeah, there's... Oh, that's so perfect, the timing. I was going to say there's so much information for mousesports. They saw the 2 players at long, and woxic's in a good position to cover if they actually decide to go out of the longhouse towards middle. So right now, I think it's fair to say that mousesports are pretty covered for everything. It's a nice shot there from Chris.
That's an interesting play.
Yeah.
I can only assume that he didn't realize how forward he was, because they seem to have an idea that somebody was towards the car. And when the smoke was thrown to the molly, they know where 2 of the 3 players are. So that one looked a little awkward. Now, how on earth does Twist not get traded here? This is almost an impossible situation. chrisJ was expendable, but he will...
Graffiti position, so he won't be able to deny the plot. But he's just to stay alive somehow, but he won't be able to do so. And all of a sudden, we get a lot of frags going the way of fnatic. 2 kills around the bomb site. JW's got a Deagle, so he can do some more damage. The TDs have to cross to the site still. There's the Deagle. Oh, JW, the aim's good, but the Deagle can be unreliable when you're shooting that quickly. And that's a nice shot. JW, he's going for it, and he's absolutely nailed it. That is fantastic from him.
That's a much-needed round for fnatic. It has been an arid landscape for them as far as rounds are concerned. There's a flashbang for Frozen. He clears the spot. He needs his woxic to catch up. They're both on the rifles. Rings the bell of Broland. That's a great start. Both in the red team's fnatic players. And just down to 1, and now it's none. mousesports just about survived that round. Very difficult one. Again, they gave too much information away. The fashion in which they rotated towards the A bomb site. fnatic could hear the rotation from lower tunnel. Made the right play.
Around this bomb site. Twist now making his way towards the car position. JW opening up for some space. That's some nice headshots coming in from the fnatic lads, but there's woxic with his Glock and holding it down by the car position is ropz with that P250, and there's one last kill to get, and it's going to go to Xizt. He has the kit as well, so there's no messing around trying to find it, and he would just about make it, and that was a close one. Very nicely done, and that's something that they desperately needed, but you know what? It wouldn't actually be too surprising to see
the entrance to B. mousesports. Oh, they're going for a late rotation. They're expecting a rotation from fnatic, but they've been static on the A bomb site. They've been waiting. They've been patient. There's only 1 flashbang. A jumping chrisJ will get taken up by Twist, and he falls back. The bomb needs to get planted, though. Going to the platform, it can get planted for sure. He doesn't have an angle for that. And they can defend it from the short area. So fnatic being very, very careful. They can't afford any mistakes here, but they have a man advantage on this retake.
Yeah, they absolutely do. But the double ops is so weird. Doing a double op retake, I mean, Dust 2, if it's going to be any map, this should be the most easy map to do it on. It's so open, all the spaces and avenues of attack, as the Molotov will go down towards CT to prevent the CTs from combining their forces quite as easily, as we'll get the push coming in. Frozen takes the first frag there. Frozen gets another headshot. How much more can he deliver? Ways to do all of it. Frozen! Can he find the last frag? Yes, he can! What an absolutely beast performance from Frozen.
Spots some players before that smoke pops. chrisJ missing the flick. Does he stand his ground? Does he fall back? He can allow the bomb plant. Bouncing a HG, that'll do some nice damage to Twist, and karrigan may be able to do some more. Indeed, he will be. Only 2 plays remaining. They've done 0 damage so far. That's not enough. karrigan manages to survive with 1 HP. That's a pretty good round for mousesports. They don't mind the bomb plant. It's about their own economy. It's about surviving in the numbers. 6-1 is a great scoreline for them on the CT side so far. So fnatic to get another one. The bomb being planted on the coffins. We've got woxic making his way up banana. JW already has an angle, and he's going towards the car, it seems. In the meantime, ropz looks towards the tree position. There is money to some degree here for the CT side, and all of a sudden we've got stereo frags, and KRIMZ is on the sites alone. There's no more grenades for mousesports. Somebody's got to find out where KRIMZ is. They both have defuse kits. He's by the new box, jumping around, clearing it bit by bit. woxic creeping first, oranges second. Takes a shot, but doesn't really get anything out of it. And ropz has to push this position, but there won't be time. KRIMZ can just delay. And peek when there's no time for ropz to defuse. And it will be a third round for fnatic. Much needed. Could they get 5 out of this?
Yeah, it's ultimately very possible. That was a tight one though, but again, like